Welcome to another fleet and demo session. In this session, we will learn about how do we monitor our ELD devices and trailer tracker devices, other options we have on the live track panel, and how do we check the history playback of any device and get to know about various type of device-based reports we can fetch from the panel. So first of all, as we can see, we have various type of devices in this demo account. So all the devices are named according to their unit name. So any device with the name denoted with T tells us that it's a ELD device. Also, whenever we click on any ELD device, it shows up the data of the devices, the sensors data and different location data along with speed and everything. Also, it shows the driver which has selected this particular unit. So in tracker devices case, we when we click on any of the devices, we can just see the location of the device as it is simply a trailer tracker device. It will give us the location of the device, the odometer reading based upon the GPS coordinates or GPS traveled history of the device because it is not connected to any odometer of the vehicle. The ignition on off will not show up on the trailer tracker devices as some of our devices are wire devices and we have a solar tracker device model that does not show ignition. It will not show any other sensors. The trailer tracker devices shows up the temperature sensor if it is installed in the unit and it is shown up in the this ice ice crystal icon we have. This shows up the temperature value if we have a temperature sensor installed. On the live view, we have another option to share the live location of any device. For example, I want to share the live location of this particular device. I can simply click on the share device option, enter the name of the person to whom we want to share the link, the tracking link, set the expiry date. It is customizable or you can select one of the presets, enter the driver's name and contact number. If you want to add up any remarks, click on create. A link is created. You can simply copy it and forward it to your customer. He will be able to check the device's live location, but he will only have the access to the live view of that single particular device. Moving on, we have other options. So in case of ELD devices, I'll try to show you a moving one. So this is a moving device, ELD device, and Beep is driving this device. The device is moving, its speed, its location, coordinates, the odometer value, the engine hours value, the ignition status, the ECM devices, SIMS network condition, temperature sensor. I told you it is only visible if the temperature sensor is installed in the trailer tracker device. Fuel sensor will be shown if it is enabled for the ELD device, the wired connection of the ELD device, the Bluetooth connection of the ELD device with the driver's phone or tablet he is using. The ECM connection is green for the driver's application. Whenever the device is stopped, these connection will turn up to be gray. The wired connection is in red. That means the device is not getting any power and it is not connected with any unit. Moving on, we have the option of history playback. In history playback, we can check the history of any device. For example, if I want to load up the history of this unit for any amount of time, the maximum amount of time you can check the history playback of a unit is for a month only. We simply select on the time period and click on load history. It will show us the movement of this particular vehicle throughout that period. This is showing the speed graph of vehicle from April 19th till April 25th. Here are the stops, all the stops taken by the driver. Here is the drives, all the drives done during this period. 5 minute stop duration simply means that 5 minute will be considered the minimum stop time. Any stop time more than 5 minutes will only considered as a stop, and any time less than 5 minutes will not considered as a stop. You can also play this history playback and speed it up if you want to check the movement of the vehicle. I'll just quickly forward it. So it shows the history playback of our device. Then we have the report section. In the report section, we can fetch various type of reports from the devices, like general report or detailed report. So one of the important reports is a detailed report. In detailed report, you can select any particular device, select the interval minute. It is same as stop duration for history playback. You can set up for what intervals you need the data for. I can set it up for 1 minute each, 5 minute each, or even 60 minutes each. I can select the time period and click on view report. The report gets generated. All the reports that are being generated or being requested in the report section are shown in the generated report section as well. All the reports that you will request for any at any time, that will be stored as a history over there. So quickly we will see the detailed report. Here we have the time, location, speed, odometer values, fuel value, ignition, power value of that particular vehicle with the locations. Whenever the vehicle was moving, we have the status. So similarly, we have general report, monthly mileage report, stoppage report, speeding report, trips report, engine hours report, AC hour report, idling report, events report, route report, and so on. All these reports are dependent if the device has the features enabled or not. For example, we have temperature graph. It will only work for trailer tracker devices with the temperature device. Fuel graph and fuel reports will only be available for the devices or the ELDs in which fuel sensor has been enabled. Another important report is IFTA summary and IFTA trips. This report is usually fetched on the quarterly basis. This report can simply be fetched for the ELDs only. So here we have all the devices group. We can select for which state we want the IFTA report for, or if we want for all the states, we can stay on all states. All devices if we need, that's fine. If we want a particular device, we can click on that. The grouping simply means that do you want it state-wise or just the total kilometers traveled? The odometer report type, we have two options, odometer based and GPS based. So odometer based is always accurate because GPS based may have some variation or differences. Once we have selected the device for which we need the report and we have selected the time period, we can simply click on view. Again, the report will be generated and it will be shown in the report section. So while this report is generated, you can cross it also. Here's the report state wise for this particular device for last 7 days. So right now I tried to fetch two reports. So these reports are shown over here. Okay, in the manage section, generated report sections. So this was about the live view and how do we check the history playback of the device, the different type of reports we have. All the reports are simply as the name suggests. If we will be discussing in detail about these reports in another video. I hope it was useful for you. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.